welcome to the Ghost Train Comics review of the Immortal Thor Volume 1. So this is a fascinating meta-level reboot with a character named Sigurd Jarlson wielding a normal hammer. The idea of reimagining of a character such as Thor, but with us, Loki, and Odin in on the process is what Ewing is playing with here. Like Morrison's The Filth, Ellis's Planet Fiction from Planetary, and Moore's Promethea, the idea of layered versions of a fictional character and what happens when you change the reality that they're in is explored at real effectiveness here. So following on from the catastrophic and immensely enjoyable end of the Immortal Thor series, this one, the Immortal Thor, picks up with the almost mirror tag of Mark Millar's original Ultimates pitch regarding Thor and whether or not he was a Norse god or just a lunatic with a big hammer. Adding to the weirdness and wildness here is one of the quirkiest flexes ever in modern comics, with the return of the in-continuity monstrosity of a former kind of cast aside alter ego named Donald Blake, now known as The Blake, in a really interesting, bizarre twist and take that Ewing is doing with this character. The beautiful Alex Ross covers do give us a great continuity note from the prior series. The calm and more stylized interiors from Pasqual Ferry and Matt Hollingsworth for issues 1 to 3, and then the final issue of the series, issue 5, where he has Matt Mila as well in it, and then Juan Cabal and Mattia Puccino for the Asgard catch-up issue. Sets this whole series apart in this collected volume and lets us know that this is very different to the predecessor, the Immortal Thor, and indeed anything else that came before it, with, like I mentioned, nods to continuity. Issue 4 here is almost a reality check on familiar characters, and while somewhat jarring and a takeout, from the immersive, siloed new reality that we're just getting used to in issues 1 to 3 that's built up so effectively. It's a fascinating temporary interlude before we ratchet up the bonkers scale to a whole other level of bonkers-ishness in the issues after, in issue 5 and onwards. Ewing keeps the stakes high here and the mysteries abundant in this first volume, and I'm eagerly looking forward to the next chunk of mortality. I'm wondering where it will take us and where it'll take the idea of the Immortal Thor next. So stay tuned when we look at the next volume, but I would thoroughly recommend picking this one up. Would love to hear your thoughts on either the review, if you've read it, what your thoughts are on the series, or if you haven't read it, love your comments or any questions on it. But thanks. Bye-bye.